Hello and welcome to what is the... Oh, it's gone very dark there, hasn't it? Welcome to the very first stealth camp in Elvis. So I'm going to turn the lights off and show you just where I am. Oh, you probably can't see, but I am parked next to a set of traffic lights somewhere in Cheltenham. Oh, yes. So, the story so far, there we are, that's better. I have just been to the little Asda on Six Ways, and I can now reveal that I'm in fact leaving my little house in Cheltenham. Now this has been something of a pied a terre for the last, I'll take that off, I've been working today, you see. It's been something of a pied a terre for the last 16, 17 months. Noah and I have had some great fun there. But part of the decision to buy Elvis was that we're going to be a little bit free, to be honest. So I've still got the house with Helen in Buckinghamshire. What was the little sort of man cave palace in Cheltenham has now all but gone. I say that, it's cleared, I've had a skip, which I've got rid of loads and loads of rubbish, I've done loads of recycling, I've got somebody going in to clean it next week, and there's a few bits and pieces to do. We're going to go and do the garden and things like that, but there's no bedding, there's nothing left in there. Home is now a combination of home with Helen and, for Noah and I, the bed in Elvis, that sounded wrong, and also the sofa bed. So what I mean is Noah's bed is there, and I'm going to have that sofa bed there. Now, there is a little Asda on the go, or on the move, whatever they call, just up by there. So I nipped in, I don't know how well you can see that, but I got some... Oh, you really can't see. There's some bacon, some sausage, some part baked bread, and some garlic Kievs. I'm going to head off to Burford, which is near to where we're going to be filming tomorrow. And I'm going to stealth in the layby. Now, there is a kebab van there, and my plan is to have a kebab using some coins that I've got in there. And if I can't get a kebab because he's closed, I've got the emergency provisions. And I've got stuff for breakfast as well. So some orange juice in there as well. So I will, I'll get on the road. I'm in the lay-by at Burford. I just went and got myself a kebab. He was open, he was just closing actually. So I'm going to turn off the big light. Oh, that's quite cosy now, isn't it? And yeah, I shall eat this. I brought my own Coke, and then I might do a bit more after I've eaten, but I'm starving. I haven't eaten. I didn't really eat lunch very well. Yeah, I haven't eaten since lunch, and I didn't eat much of that. So I'm going to have my kebab, and I'll catch you shortly. Every time a vehicle pulls up, I feel really, really guilty. I don't know why, I'm not hurting anybody. Apart from that sheep. Right, so it's time for bed. And this is the first time I've slept in a lay-by in Elvis. I can hear the gentleman with his kebab van behind me, and he brought his 3 little daughters to work with him, which was, I think, really, really nice. And they were lovely. And they were taking the money and helping their dad. It's now time for them to go, and it's oh, now I'm trying to use my phone light here, and I've suddenly realised that there is in fact a light there. In fact, there's all sorts of lights everywhere. So I think it's time to settle down for sleep, and I'll tell you more in the morning about what's going on. Hello and good middle of the night. been quite an interesting sleep so far. Had a weird dream as well, but an aircraft car that had some fault on its front left wheel as I was trying to take off. Somebody had sabotaged it. Quite weird actually. But I have this rather warm old memory, like a sort of a core memory. I remember years and years ago when I was staying at my grandparents' house, and they lived in Gloucester, quite near to two main roads and a couple of factories and places that lorries loaded and sort of rattled past at night. And I can remember years ago that if I woke up in the middle of the night, I could hear the lorries driving along, and as they went over the humps and bumps at sort of 30-40 miles an hour, there was a particular sound of all the sort of mechanics of it sort of banging and clattering together. And where I am, there's two roads that intersect, and yes, I've heard that, and it was quite nice actually, because although it was a little tiny bit noisy, I could I just suddenly got this image of years ago. So yeah, it was quite nice. I am pleased to report that sleeping in Elvis is so much more comfortable than sleeping in John ever was. And indeed, you know, this whole project is sort of dependent really on it working and being successful, and yeah, and generally not being a micro camper, because Noah's involved in all of this as well, although he's not here tonight. But I think I'll say more about all of that in the morning. I'm going to try and have a little bit more sleep, but yeah, I just wanted to record that, so I'll see you in the morning. A little bit later. So I have woken up a couple of times in the night. I'm trying to work out whether I'm tired or not. It's quite weird because the actual sleeping and living in Elvis is really, really fantastic. But sleeping in a lay-by, I don't know if that's my thing. I think if I'd been on a campsite, I wouldn't have had sort of one ear out constantly. Was somebody going to knock on the door? Was somebody going to start nosing around? So, yeah, I do wonder if stealth camping is going to be my thing or not. But we'll see. I mean, I was left alone, and you know, it was okay. But yes, it's now quarter past 5. So I am going to. I didn't put the gas on actually, which I should have done. That wouldn't happen in winter because you'd need it for the heating. But I'm going to go and flip the gas on. And then I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee, open the blinds, and try and organise my thoughts and my day. So already Elvis, from a stealth camping perspective, has been shining through. A couple of little things. The ability to put on central heating, we've said that before. The ability to use the gentleman's bathroom facilities without having to go to a tent outside. Essential when you're stealth camping in a lay-by. Nothing stealthy about a toilet tent. But also, actually, I'm going to show you outside, but before I do, there's quite a lot of bits and pieces there, including a pair of my underpants I've just realised. So, yeah, I won't do you a close-up of my underpants, although they are very nice. But there's loads of bits and pieces on the bed, including a clean pair of trousers. Now that is very important because having now given up the house in Cheltenham, I always knew that tonight was going to be a stealth camp leading on to a day out with Rick. We're going to see a couple of old churches. So a couple of old relics, look at a couple of old relics, or something like that. But I then, because of logistics changing and arrangements changing and logistics and what have you, I'm now going to have tonight with Noah. I was originally going to be going back to Helen tonight. And the fact that that's changed, I suddenly thought, have I got enough clothes? Because literally I just had the bare essentials in here. Everything sort of got taken to Helen's over the last couple of weeks and only brought back to Cheltenham what I absolutely needed. So I've had this old tatty pair of, I'm wearing them, cream trousers on for the last couple of days. But there's a clean pair of trousers, so when I've had my shower I can put clean clothes on from top to bottom. I'm rather happy about that. So I've got the kettle boiling, but first I just want to show you outside. So quite interestingly, the kebab farm where I had my meal last night, that's gone, and there was a little Vauxhall Corsa that was parked next to it, and I don't know how he towed that with a Vauxhall Corsa. I don't know. And I was hoping actually to possibly have a breakfast roll from there. I've got some bits, but I was going to be lazy. I'm now not, because he's gone. Yeah, so put the gas on. I'm going to go back inside. And I'm going to have a shower in a minute. But waking up in a lay-by, it's quite a weird experience actually. Because all throughout the night I was listening very, very carefully. You know, what happens if somebody tries to break into the truck? What happens if the police come and move me on, even though I'm doing absolutely no harm whatsoever? But I parked next to a truck. Whenever you park next to a truck, you're reasonably safe. If a trucker will sleep here, then there's a reasonable chance that you'll be okay. I think anyway. Right, coffee is all set up. I'm going to make that, and then when I've had my coffee, then I'll share the thoughts on the house. Cheers. Well, I actually feel human again. And I say that every morning. You know, whenever I've had a nice shower and I put clean clothes on and some deodorant, and I feel nice and fresh. So, my own personal ablutions aside, it's now time to open the blinds and rejoin the world. And to the back. We are now officially open to the world. Much later, well, an hour later, bacon sandwiches having been consumed. Well, one anyway. My eyes were far too big for my belly. So, yeah, I had a bacon roll actually, bacon baguette. I'm now waiting. I'm gonna have a quick phone chat with Helen in a minute when she is on her way to work, which we do most mornings, and I really like that actually. It's nice. But after that, I shall be off to meet Rick. Now I'm going to do it as a separate video, I've decided. So this will be a sort of a oh my hair. I'm going to do it as a separate video. So this was the sort of the stealth camp, and we're going to look at a couple of old churches. And I think I may have said already 2 old relics, looking at 2 old relics. I amused myself. I have fitted this since my last bit to camera. I haven't plugged it in yet, but I'm just about to. So this is a 12-volt TV. So it runs off one of the, what I would call a cigarette lighter plug. And there is one around the back here. Well, you can see it just in there. So that'll be permanently put in. And the big power station, look at that. That is a power station and a half. So I'm going to do a separate video as well about everything that we've set up and how we've done it. Yeah, I think that's better left for a separate video, actually. Right, there we are. Doing lots of ums and ahs. I think I'm actually quite tired after all the work I've been doing with packing the house up and getting rid of all the stuff. I might pop the kettle on while I'm waiting for Helen to phone, and then I'll finish off doing a few bits. So, last little bit to camera on this video, and I'm off to make the next one. The lay-by now, the world has become a busier place, and that now is the breakfast van up there. So this is just outside Burford. There's that's the Starbucks roundabout up there, and I'm going that way to our filming destination. I don't actually know exactly where it is, so I'm going to have to have a look on the pin, on the little dropped pin that Rick has sent me. So I'll go and do that. But yes, thanks for watching this one. This has been an interesting little stealth camp and a sort of a, you know, exploration of the bits and pieces that I've put in it. It's been good. I will go for now. I will catch you on the next one, which I will be recording in half an hour. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.